8 things I wish I knew when I started my coaching business. Lesson number 1 is that no one cares. I know this doesn't feel good for our ego to hear, but it's the truth. No one cares about us online, okay? They care about themselves. There's only one radio station that people tune into, and it's WIIFM. What's in it for me? I share this because the biggest obstacle that stops coaches in their tracks from building their business and slows them down is imposter syndrome, is the fear of what other people will think, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure. These things are unavoidable on your path to success. And at the end of the day, no one's really looking for you online right now. They're going through their own life. They have their own problems. They have their own goals. And so the sooner you recognize that no one really cares, then the easier it is for you to show up online like this video, that I am in this video, and let content and your content come through you. That's the idea, okay? So let's not make us feel like the most important focus on the world. Yes, you're important, and they are focused on themselves first. That's lesson number 1. Once you do that, I'm going to tell you the floodgates are going to open and magic is going to flow through you. Lesson number 2 is to view yourself as a marketer first and a coach second. Now, I know this may trigger many of you watching this, but it's the truth. When I first started my coaching business, I was so worried that I wasn't good enough as a coach. I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the expertise, I didn't have the experience. And so I dedicated myself to build those, which was great. But it wasn't until months later that I started to learn about the importance of marketing. And if I was to replay that over again, what I would have done is learned right out of the gates how to become a marketer, how to generate leads. Why? Because it doesn't matter how good of a coach you are if no one knows that you exist. So my challenge to you as you watch this video is to view yourself as a marketer first. Yes, hone your skills as a coach. Go get certified if you feel that you need to, but get the books behind me, read the books, hire the mentors, join the masterminds that are going to teach you how to generate leads and get clients. Because if you don't know how to do that, you can't make an impact whatsoever. Lesson number 3, if I was to start my coaching business again, is to commit to mastering sales. Sales is the lifeblood of your business. And just like it doesn't matter how good of a coach you are if no one knows that you exist, well, it doesn't matter how good of a coach you are if you can't convert leads into clients. And some of you, and I'm going to speak from experience. For me personally, I resisted sales. Number 1, I sucked at it in the beginning. And number 2, I was triggered by it. I had those bad sales experience where I went on to buy a car and somebody was high pressure. And it just made my skin crawl and it put a bad taste in my mouth. And so for you, do you have that same psychology? Do you have that same mindset and that limiting belief that sales is bad? Because if you do, you are absolutely slowing down your growth and minimizing your impact. So what I want you to do instead is to fall in love with sales. It's no longer a dreaded 4-letter word. Sales is service. It can absolutely create massive value in your own life, but also in the lives of others. So become a student and learn a great sales process. Now, I'm not suggesting that you become some manipulative salesperson or use high pressure tactics. That is completely outdated. Sadly, people are still doing it. In fact, I talked to a coach the other day who literally felt like she was on a sales call with somebody and they ridiculed her and made her feel wrong and stupid. That's a tactic. I do not recommend that at all. I recommend studying from somebody who is ethical, who can teach you how to sell with integrity so that you maintain your brand, okay? That's really critical. So commit to mastering sales. The 4th thing that I wish I knew when I started my coaching business is to fall in love with content creation. I'm not going to lie. Content creation is hard work. It takes a lot of time and it's a lot. But the sooner that you fall in love with it, the sooner that you're going to let content flow through you. Think about this. There's 3 steps to getting clients. Clients are created, number 1, through conversations, and conversations are started through content. So the first step is to create content because content starts conversations and conversations creates clients. I know that was a mouthful for you right there, but that's why content is so important. Now, the mindset shift that I made to fall in love with content is I recognize that my content, and I want you to write this down, my content is going to change way more lives than my coaching ever will. Doesn't mean that my coaching is not valuable. My coaching is way more valuable than my content. But just from the law of numbers, more eyeballs are going to watch my videos, read my emails, and consume my content than the number of people that become clients of mine. And same with you. It's just law of numbers. So when you fall in love with creating content, knowing that that's your service, that's your give back, that's your value creation, now you're going to attract way more clients. The fifth thing that I wish I knew when I started my coaching business is to be quick to implement and fail fast. You see, my background is investment banking and private equity, and I started my career in those industries, which was designed to train me to be perfect. It's an industry of perfection. And although perfection helped me as a banker, it hurt me as an entrepreneur. And if you have perfection as well, especially paralysis by analysis, because you're procrastinating on stuff, that is absolutely sabotaging your success. So the moment you learn something, you apply it immediately. That's your new mindset, being quick to implement and be willing to fail fast. You're going to fail over and over and over again. It's unavoidable. The sooner you do it, the sooner you're going to get results. The sixth thing that I wish I knew is to solve one problem for one person, AKA narrow down your niche, your niche, whatever you want to call it, but solve one problem for one person. Don't be some wandering generality. Don't call yourself a life coach online that you help everyone with everything, because then no one's going to pay attention. Get clear on the one person you serve, the one problem you solve, and the one promise you make, and your message will cut through the noise. The seventh lesson, or thing that I wish I knew, was having a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. I see this with many coaches that I mentor over the years. Many of them come to us because they hate tech and they don't want to waste all their time on social media, which is great. I totally can relate to that. And I want you to release the belief that you're bad at tech. That's a limiting belief. Every great successful entrepreneur learns how to use funnels and build emails and grow their audience online. And you get to do that too. But if you're holding on to the fixed mindset that you suck at technology, or you're not good at it, or it's overwhelming, or it's boring, if you hold that with clenched hands, then guess what? That creates your reality. If you loosen that up, that fixed mindset, have a growth mindset by saying, I may not be great today, but I'm willing to become a student and learn the skills, you're going to find that you master those skills much easier. And as a result, your coaching business grows. The eighth and final thing that I wish I knew when I started my coaching business is to hire the right coach to accelerate my results. Now, I know I'm speaking my own book here, but this is what catapulted my coaching business. Is in the first few months, I was trying to do everything myself, and it was overwhelming and frustrating, and I was distracted, and I was discouraged, and I was ready to quit. It wasn't until I hired my first business coach that I actually got a clear vision, a plan to follow, and I was held accountable. Now, I'm not just saying hire any coach. I'm saying hire the right coach. Find someone that aligns and is going to fulfill on their promise to you, but that will accelerate results. Do not try to do this on alone. I think there's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. And so I believe that you can go both fast and far if you have the right mentor. Okay, so those are my 8 things that I wish I knew when I started my coaching business. I'm curious, comment below and leave me one lesson that you've learned on your coaching journey, whether you're a veteran who's coached tons of clients or you're a newbie who's just starting. What's one lesson that you learned? Go ahead and drop a comment below. And before I wrap up this video, can you do me a quick favor? 74% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to my channel, which is way too high. So if you've got value from my videos, then please subscribe to my videos right now so that you never miss a future video. And once you've subscribed, make sure to check out my next video up here that reveals how to become a 6-figure coach without a certification. So click up here, watch that video, and my name is Peter Scott, reminding you to be here, act now, and fear less.